Welcome to
Welcome.
episode 3.
Episode 3,
Conchas
Conchas
Con
Con Chicanos.
Chicanos.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm Sergio Valverde,
And I'm Eduardo Rios. And
and
here we are in front of El Bolillo Bakery
El Bolillo Bakery,
over here on Fountain View in, what is this, southwest?
Southwest, something like that.
Southwest-ish?
But we're in
Southwest
Houston,
Houston?
Texas,
Yeah, we're
like
in Houston,
always.
Texas.
We're both Chicano artists here in
Yes,
Houston, trying to figure out what to do, what to say, and talk about brown people shit.
Brown people shit, exactly, man.
Yeah.
And we got the conchas this time,
We
dude.
got the Conchas. We just came from a protest,
Uh-huh.
protesting U.S. intervention of Venezuela. Its kidnapping of its leader
President, yeah, and
Yeah.
the First Lady.
and its first lady. That's also crazy.
Yeah.
Like, why you gotta do that extra shit?
When I first heard about that, I think the cruelty is the point
Yeah.
about it. I mean, so right off the bat, I'm gonna be real. I'm not the most well versed in politics in Venezuela. However, I do know from what I've heard, he's a dictator.
Yeah.
But you also have liberal media whitewashing this and saying, well, at least they're free of an oppressive regime now. But who made the U.S. the world police? I think the precedent of this is not who we did it to, it's what we did. I think that's my biggest issue with this whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's been done before.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think we gotta start off by saying, like, yes, Maduro is an authoritarian. He's a dictator. He's a fascist as well.
Yeah.
But it does not justify, in any case whatsoever, U.S. intervention,
Nope.
destabilizing a country,
Yeah.
and having their own chosen leader in the position of power.
Yeah.
To do as they say, to do whatever oil companies say, and that's where we start off. And like, I think what we have to talk about is kind of the reactions to it. I think it's
Yes.
definitely like the people who are, for this, for U.S. intervention. Why? How does it get to that point? And like, it's how do we ensure that our own people aren't the same way? Because there's always that, like, oh, U.S. gotta, Trump saved the Mexico.
Oh my God.
Trump stopped the cartel.
Trump stopped 8 wars.
Yeah.
Right now it's gonna be 9 wars, or probably gonna multiply it by 2.
Yeah, he stopped another one by starting and then ending it.
In terms of the reactionaries, it's all planned. It's like a well-oiled machine, the propaganda machine on the right,
Yeah.
and really anything that serves this neoliberal hellscape that we're living in right now, where these not just the corporations, but also the politicians that are in bed with the corporations, the rich, the bank owners, right? What do they say about Venezuela? Is one of the few countries that doesn't adhere to that banking system that the
Yeah.
Rothschilds subscribe to, or something.
Yeah.
So okay, yeah, I'm not gonna speak too much about that because that is not my I'm not well versed in that, but I'm just worried, man. I'm just worried.
It's exhausting.
It's so exhausting. I mean, it's like you said, only 4 days into the fucking new year, dude.
What's today?
Today's the 4th, right?
Today is the 4th.
Today's the 4th.
Today's the 4th. We're only 4 days.
This shit
into the year.
happened yesterday in the AMs.
When everyone was asleep. And
everyone was asleep.
not only did they kidnap a leader, they killed 40 innocent civilians.
Yeah.
With their bombing campaign.
Yeah.
It's insane. And then on top of that is the fucking airstrikes, the double tapping of fishermen.
Oh my God. With Pete Hegseth and all those fucking warmonger criminals.
It's a clear, very clear, coup. That's what it is. It's a coup. They're not hiding it, but people are trying to justify it for some reason or another because they want to believe that they're under a democracy. Yeah. When it's like everyone was asleep, who decided this?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter that there was no congressional approval because even with it, it shouldn't happen.
No.
This is a very clear abuse of power. And people are cheering it on, or at least some people are. And that's clearly like, that's what the media is trying to focus on. It's
Yeah.
like, hey guys, actually this is okay.
This is
Look.
a good thing. So to that point, the right-wing reactionaries, like I told you, it's all deliberate. Like they all come from a script. Keep in mind, people like who supports this off the top of your head? Who do you know? Like, because I can think of many of these guys, but also I'm just blank. Fox News, right? That's just the propaganda arm of the government, right?
Yeah.
They're all cheering it on, but right before the presidency, right before the elections at least, they were touting President Trump as the peace ticket, right? You saw all the memes, me and the boys going to war because our white liberal girlfriends convinced us to vote for Kamala and all this other bullshit, right? This was all planned from the start. This is all deliberate. It's not whether these right-wing reactionaries believe that it's right, it's that they don't care. They have no soul. They're getting paid. They're getting paid by APAC or whoever the fuck funds all of this stuff. This is planned. There's no morals. There's no actual values that are going into this. It's just do whatever the fuck we tell you, talk about it, support it, shut up, and magnify these voices that are telling you to support this. When, as a matter of fact, there was a poll that came out, and I believe only 30% of Americans support any kind of regime change by the U.S. in Venezuela. This is highly unpopular. Like extremely unpopular.
We've seen it Vietnam. We've seen it with Korea. We've seen it with Iran or Cuba or attempted in Cuba. We've seen it almost every goddamn country that has natural resources, whether it's oil, whatever bullshit, and it feels a little ridiculous to see just the same talking points, and then have the President Trump be on the phone at some random ass fucking news channel and be like, yeah, we're looking at Cuba, we're looking at Mexico. It's like, what the fuck? And I think that's why right now in the new year it's really important to not lose our minds collectively, and also not lose our minds individually, especially as individuals. It can be very overwhelming, and I think what the protest really showed me that there are people who don't want this, who are happy, who are trying to do what they can, and not just that, but also countless organizations that are already like on the move trying to fight this fascist abuse of power and this attempt to overthrow a country and implement their own puppet dictator.
And don't forget that as well. All of this is coming on the heels of the Epstein files being released.
Uses queso?
Yeah, the queso con rajas. All of this is on. So I saw this one left-wing commentator. I'm not gonna name names, but they talked about the fact that the more desperate Trump gets, right?
Yeah.
The more shit he's gonna start, especially with the Epstein files coming out. And him, honestly, there's so much overwhelming evidence for him being a fucking pedo freak with Mr. Jeffrey Epstein over there. There's Michael Wolff, right? Did the interviews with Epstein, and he's literally saying, Jeffrey Epstein said, me and Trump were best friends for blah 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 years and all that stuff, and all this other stuff, and then the fact that he asked Jeffrey Epstein, he was like, have you something along the lines of, paraphrasing here, have you and Trump been in the presence of a minor, and done explicit things? And Jeffrey Epstein was literally like, I plead the fifth. If there was nothing to be afraid of, why go to such lengths? Why go to such drastic? Why take such drastic measures to like hide this shit, right?
First,
and then Venezuela, and then this, and then that, and what's next? What the fuck is next?
Yeah, first it was oh, I'm gonna release all the files, and then it
Yeah.
became like, oh, there is no files.
There is no files. That's the craziest fucking part.
And then it became oh, it's a Democrat hoax.
Yeah.
And then it
the
became
Democrat hoax.
oh, we don't want to release
The fuck?
videos or pictures of
The
CSAM,
victims
of
and
the
shit.
victims.
Yeah, of the
It's
victims.
protect the victims.
Protect the victims.
And then it became
When, as a matter of fact, though, just to put a little thing, Rokana came out and said no. Like our addendum, right? What
Yeah.
was it? An addendum was to release the files and redact the names of the victims, but not the people that perpetuated the crimes. So even then, they were just lying.
And it was supposed to be all of the files, all at once.
All of-
but
yeah.
for some reason or another, they're like doing it little by little and trying to like slow roll this bullshit.
Yeah.
Because every time that it comes out, the dumbasses in charge are like, because there's the shit that they redacted, you can unredact.
The highlight, because they highlighted it.
Yeah,
they didn't redact it.
They just highlighted it.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is an incredibly incompetent administration. And also, they're so desperate to remain in power and to be seen as powerful leaders, they're willing to go all the way into enacting a coup and destabilizing an entire nation that's already struggling.
Yeah.
Because what comes after that is never going to be anything good. It doesn't matter who is, quote unquote, the chosen democratic leader of this now freed nation, because people are going to revolt. There is going to be civil war. People are going to continue to suffer.
People are going to die.
Yeah, people are going to die, which they already have. And the nation's resources are going to be exploited to add another couple $1 billion to an oil company.
It makes you ask, dude, are these billionaires really fucking humans? And not in like a are they lizard people kind of way, but it's like, where the fuck is their soul? Where the fuck is their humanity, man? Because it's like, I genuinely think being a billionaire is like a mental disease. Like, how the fuck do you view normal society when you have literally everything at your fingertips? You're orchestrating this war or kind of pulling the strings at every little thing that you can get your fucking hands on. Yeah. Like some kind of puppet master. And you literally cause major events in the world. How do you view yourself as a normal person after that? How do you look at like a El Bolillo bakery and see that as a place where just regular human beings go to get some pan? You don't look at this as a place. You look at this as money.
Yeah.
That's just
the people that go in there to purchase the pan. There's also roscas for los tres reyes. And these are people who are going to eat this with their family. Mm-hmm. Those are the people,
yeah,
who are trying to enjoy life with their families to the best of their abilities.
Oh yeah.
And to be a billionaire, you can't interact with these people.
You don't know how.
They don't know how, and also
they don't know how.
It requires billionaires to dehumanize.
To humanize
an entire subsect of people.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't, like, for billionaires, like you said previously, it's like, it's class. They think of those who are poor, who don't make as much, as lesser.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you get to that point. It's insane.
You know, I know it's pretty controversial. Call me whatever the fuck you'd like, to you people out there. But I think a wealth tax should be it should be bare minimum in society. I don't think there should be billionaires. I think anything above $999 million, you get income tax, which is a moderate fucking position too, you know? That's what FDR did. when we had like the golden age
Yeah,
of America. Like we had the workers were almost in charge of the, you know, the
yeah.
production. There you go.
They scared the
Production.
fuck out of the administration that they were forced to. Oh, let's
Term limits,
let's
right?
pass these. No, not
Oh.
just that, but just pass a bunch of bills that actually
yeah.
help the working
Yeah.
class. They were so scared of a mobilized and unified working class.
Yes.
And since then, conservatives, billionaires, the elite have done such an incredible job in propagandizing against unification of the working class.
Yeah.
So they're saying black people this, Mexican people that, Indians this, Somalis that.
All the new dude, I swear there's a new fucking country for these people to check off their list of, okay, is this a minority country? Are they full of colored people or people of color? I don't know if that's a bad thing to say, but are they a country full of people of color? Okay, cool. Does it have a foreign name? Perfect. Somali. What's that fucking puke's name? Nick Doherty, right? Some shit like that.
Oh, the
Eric Doherty. What is it?
the nerd that went to
So
fucking
the Somali the daycare centers, yeah.
and like
That fucking twerp,
like a loser shit, weird shit.
dude.
It's like, what are you doing? You're going to a child care facility,
child daycare facility, dude.
cameras, and like show me the children.
By the way, that dude is a fucking industry plant. He's not a real. Oh, none of these people are real people. They're just paid. Oh, I mean, they believe what they're doing, but they're also being paid by, like, I don't know, whoever the fuck funds them. I think he's a big Israel guy.
Oh,
APAC fucking
No doubt.
probably paying his shit. Who our age, right, is running around with fucking big ass cameras. Look, we're on a Black Magic, right? FX. This is something he worked so fucking hard for. Me and him don't have a camera crew. It's just me and him. Ain't nobody behind that camera. This is all deliberate. I want everybody to know this is all deliberate. They're coming for us. Fucking Trump used to say, they're not coming for me, they're coming for you. I'm just standing in the way. He used to say that bullshit all the time. Like, no, dude. They're coming for us. That's always been the plan. Project 2025, all this other bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't even feel hopeless, dude. I feel more fucking riled up than ever, dude.
Yeah, it's
I
ridiculous.
feel more riled up than ever.
Let me check the screen real quick.
Yeah.
Very dope.
I want to let you guys know we didn't really have a topic in mind today. We just kind of came back from the protest, and you know, there was a couple things I kind of wanted to talk about. I think Sergio as well too, but it's like, this is news, you know. I know we're supposed to talk about Chicano stuff,
But
brown
it
stuff,
affects
but
us.
this is
It still affects
this literally affects us.
the billions of dollars going into the military machine that pays for the war hawks, the missiles, the killing of innocents in Palestine, in Venezuela, in
Fucking didn't Nigeria just get bombed too?
Nigeria. It's like it's our money. It's money that they tax us, that they use to pay for that, to kill people. And it doesn't matter who the fuck you are or where you come from. If you're living in the United States, you're paying a tax on everything, including your paychecks. And you have no other choice but to do that. And like, it affects us.
Yeah.
No matter who we are or where we come from, it affects us.
Yeah.
And even like that is the that is not even like the bare minimum of like why you should care, right? You should care because these are humans.
Yeah.
We're sharing a land. We are.
Turtle Island, right? It depends on if you believe that.
Yeah, we're standing right next to each other. We're having dinner at a restaurant together.
Yeah.
You know.
You know what I like to do sometimes, man? I like to, well, I mean, you know me, I'm never home. I'm always out in the world. And being in Houston is such a diverse place, dude. I stand in line at the gas station. I go to a restaurant. I do Uber Eats sometimes, so I go to tons of restaurants, right?
Yeah.
And I see people of every walk of life, dude. Every walk of life, and it gives me such hope because I'm like, man, like people aren't as divided as
No.
we'd like, or as the media
Yeah.
and these right-wing reactionaries would like to make us think we are, man. We're actually pretty peaceful if you put us in these small-scale societies. You know, people will choose peace.
Yeah.
People will live with each other. You know, we may not always agree or like everybody,
Yeah.
but for the most part, you'll have. I remember I was in a fuck. I forgot the restaurant. I really did forget it. But in the kitchen, there was a Latina lady. She had a Mexican accent, white lady, Asian lady, black lady, and an Arab man, all in one kitchen, all in one kitchen, working together, coexisting with each other, man. And I thought that was the most beautiful thing, dude. I was looking at that and I was like, huh. It's like those are all people that are supposed to hate each other, supposedly, supposedly. But we don't.
Yeah.
We don't. We don't hate each other. And they want us to.
Yeah.
They want to defeat us. They want to keep us down, but
Yeah.
I just don't think they will. I don't think they'll succeed. And the thing with Venezuela is that those people are pretty fucking tough. They've survived a lot. I mean, they survived their authoritarian fascist leader, Maduro, you know, and
And
they're
you know,
still here.
Yeah, and when you the countries of Venezuela and United States of America, when you look at them on the map, it's like fucking United States and Venezuela is like
Tiny.
tiny as fuck.
Yeah.
You know, when you put blockades, when you do sanctions on a tiny ass country like that, and to where they have no other choice but to like turn inward and like depend on their leader even more, and that gives like authoritarians even more permission to do whatever in order to keep their people whatever. And that's just how it works. And it's like for the people who wanted regime change, to go in there to kill people, to kidnap whatever leader, it's not how you do such a thing. You know, it's insane to see, to witness, to be there. And like I don't know where it goes from here because like no one's stopping them. No one's saying anything. Democrats certainly aren't. They're like they didn't get
They're liberal
approval
washing it. They're
Yeah.
literally liberal washing it.
because they also want this.
Yeah.
They wanted that, you know, because both parties they both work for
The corporate elite,
the corporate elite,
their super PACs, all of that.
for those on top. And I understand why people can lose a little bit of hope and not want to do anything about it. But you can. There's always something.
There's always something you can
There's
do.
always something you can do. And we probably don't have the answers. You know, we're not whatever, but it's you got to find something to do. You can't just like you just lay down and say, "Well, I guess this is our reality."
You know, it's never worked that way ever, right? It's never. Authoritarianism is so unnatural.
Yeah.
It's so unnatural. It's that's why dictators and regimes have had to try so astronomically hard to keep us in line, whether that be, you know, military police, you right? What are the what are those prisons back in Soviet Russia? The Soviet
Gulag.
the gulags, you know, gulags and brown shirts and all kinds of other stuff. Trying to keep down humans
Yeah.
in especially in a country as big as the United States, it will never work. It will never work. It's so unnatural.
You can do it in Germany because its population and location wise, it was pretty small. But United States, you can never. There's too many fires to put out. There's too many leaks or whatever. And the more the desperate this administration becomes, the more they're gonna try to stamp it all down with one fist.
And it will never work.
Yeah.
I promise you, man. I look at the different places in the United States and even think about the most loyal Trump supporters. They're scattered between people that fucking hate Trump. It will never work. It will never work. And I'm already seeing signs of that, man. With this ballroom, right? For example, that, like, as soon as I heard about that, I was like, whatever. It's like, that shit's just Trump.
Yeah.
You know, it's disgusting, but it's Trump. And then I started thinking more about it, dude, you know, and people, I saw more comments than not talking about Marie Antoinette, let them eat cake type of deal. And it's like, ooh, and this comes off of the back of, they cut Medicaid, Meals on Wheels, they cut that shit off, and the food stamps and all this other stuff, dude. And people are gonna be hungry, man. And when we talk about empires that have fallen throughout history, you know, people will say Rome or Greece and all this other stuff. It wasn't the empire that fell itself. It was the wealthy elite.
Yeah.
It was those people that were holding the government together. But you know who always survived? The fucking people.
Yeah.
The people never went away. It was just those that represented the empire. Whether it was a siege, greed, viruses, whatever the fuck you can think of. The people were always here and they always will be here. When people talk about the fall of America, it'll be about the fall of Washington, the White House, the politicians. It won't be about the people. We'll be here no matter what.
And yeah, I mean, that's how it works. It's always it works. And even though, you know,
Houston.
Yeah, no matter what happens, people are always gonna stand up for what's right. Even if every single one around them does not believe in them. You know? Because eventually one domino makes another one fall, which makes another one fall, and it just continues. And I think, I don't know. Like, I hope people remain to have energy to, because this is the second year now, second year of this administration, and people are gonna need a lot more energy to confront what is coming, which is arguably gonna be worse than what we've got. And which is why it's important to, like, find community, find organizations, find whoever that aligns with your values of human dignity, of being kind,
especially
caring and taking care of one another. 100%. Where were you about to say?
Well, to that point, I was gonna say, in terms of finding community, which is a great point. I think if you identify as a Chicano, a brown person, a Latino, and you find yourself aligning yourself with our values, definitely finding a community. You're gonna need somewhere. You're gonna need that support. Find your people. Find those that you align with on many ideas, and get together. That's the only way you're gonna survive whatever the fuck this weird future has in mind for us. Find like-minded individuals, and don't fall for the propaganda. Don't let them tell you who we are. You know who you are, and if you don't, find it out. Don't let anybody tell you what you are. So find what speaks to you.
Yeah, take care of yourself, and if you can't, you know, that's why community is important. It's like, you will always need help.
Yeah.
Eventually, at some point, whenever, wherever. and finding the people who are capable of giving that help. Um, it's really, really important. And, you know, going to that protest, like I said, it reminded me that, people care.
Yeah.
People care. And I think, yeah, like, I you got to go outside. You got to take care of yourself, take care of one another, and reject assimilation, reject the conformity, reject the comfort of saying it is what it is. It doesn't have to be, If there's something like wrong, you will feel it, and it's never gonna go away. Yeah. It's never gonna go away until like you do something about it.
We're not stuck. We're not as powerless as we may think as well. In regards to the protest, if there was one or two people there, our voices would have been muted by the cars. But we were so loud, even though the protest wasn't huge, but it had enough people,
Yeah.
and we made our voices heard. We stood out. There were a few counter protesters, and I don't think most people noticed.
Yeah.
There were people there. But as I've been going to a lot of these protests throughout, I guess, my adult life, especially here in Houston, I've noticed less and less protesters, less and less people actually feeling the need to voice support for the opposition team. Back then, during the BLM riots, right?
Yeah.
You had trucks driving in the crowds, and you had this and that and blah, blah, blah. At the No Kings protest, there was hardly any of that, because even these protests were so colossal that it's like, how do you fight that? You can't drown out every voice.
No.
You can't.
We can have disagreements about like the No Kings protest and whatever, but it's an opportunity to present your voice, to be part of many, and it doesn't just end there. There's still work to do beyond just protesting.
Yeah.
There's always going to be
100%.
more to do.
Oh, yeah. No, 100%, because I think people get I think a protest is more so to like voice your ideas and possibly recruit people into your movement. It isn't just to go, okay, we don't like Trump, and go home and then do nothing and do the same shit. No, like there needs to be some organizing. There has to be a reason why,
and real
of course,
organizing,
and then a solution.
Yeah,
a solution that is proposed. A lot of people will go up there and just say "fuck Trump" and then get applause, and it's like, no, there needs to be a little bit more.
Yeah.
Just a little bit more. There needs to be community organization. There needs to be fundraisers for the people inside of that community, y'all need to go out and spread your message, and then eventually get into politics, right? Unfortunately, that's just how it is, at least in our current environment. You will have some people out there talking about revolution this and revolution that, and
revolution is inevitably violent.
Yes.
And as best as we can, we should avoid
violence
and violence.
Violence in any kind of way,
in any capacity.
Call us libs if you want, but I don't want to fucking die.
Yeah, people shouldn't have to die for there to be change.
No.
But
that has been a reality, though.
It's been a reality.
Just to be realistic, people are still
being taken away.
And capitalism, not for nothing, has killed so many people. So there is the argument for revolution, but it's like,
if we're being
do what
technical,
you can. If we're being technical, yes.
If we're being technical, healthcare companies have killed hundreds of millions.
Depleting resources, destabilizing countries, slaves in fucking wherever.
Yeah.
In African countries, correct? Where they got the lithium mines, something like that. Maybe I'm speaking out of my ass.
But hey, we'll free Venezuela.
We'll free Venezuela.
Not Palestine.
Nope.
No, Palestine, they're doing fine.
Jesus Christ, man.
The
The world is demented. No, the politicians are demented.
hypocrisy slaps you in the face, and they expect you to say, "Okay, I guess."
They expect you to say thank you.
Yeah, they expect,
Thank you for touching me with your face.
Yeah,
Or touching my face with your hand.
we have time.
How many minutes are we at, bro?
We're past 30 now.
Okay, cool.
Um, but man, yeah, I guess. Any concluding thoughts?
I almost want to say, like, man, you know, this wasn't supposed to be a reactionary
Yeah,
podcast, but at the same time, it's just so fucking bonkers that we have to live through this. How old are you?
I'm 25.
You're 25. I'm about to turn 25 in a month. Like, we're just entering like actual adulthood, man.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've got nothing to my fucking name, man.
Like,
I'm working so hard. I'm trying so hard and doing this, and
You got
this is the world we're entering.
jobs,
Yeah,
essentially.
yeah. And then I go to school.
And you go to school.
And then I go to school.
To hopefully have an opportunity to make some kind of living.
Make a better living than what I'm doing now,
Yeah.
man. And then
That's what we're all doing, you know?
which is like the fact that we have less buying power
Yeah.
than even the millennials, which was just one generation before us. Dude.
Yeah, and poor older generations, you know, or younger generations, they're coming up and like
Fuck. Gen Alpha.
Gen Alpha is just fucked.
No, yeah, they're fucked completely. We had somewhat of a tiny chance a
Yeah.
while ago, but
Yeah.
then, you know, we lost that out.
And if like if you don't have the energy to like take action to make your life a little bit better, do it for the sake of like the future,
Yeah.
you know, for younger generations, you know, for your younger brother, sister, cousin, whoever the fuck,
Yeah.
you know, do it for them at the very least, you know, get out of bed for them at the very least, and then try to make whatever change
Yeah.
little by little.
To those out there that are in our generation, Gen Z, even millennials, you know, Gen Alpha, like keep in mind they profit off of our doomerism. They profit off of that. They love that. They thrive on that. They thrive on us saying, "Oh man, it can't be done," and whatever the fuck y todo eso. No way.
Now, fuck
No,
doomerism.
fuck that shit. Fuck doomerism.
No more doom scrolling.
No more doom scrolling, man. Y'all know that we are the change that we could be. As fucking tiresome as that is, as cliche as it is, we are literally the only thing that can change the world right now is our generation and millennials, I guess.
Yeah.
We're living through, it's either fucking take it in the face or stand the fuck up, man. I don't know about you, but I've never taken it. I've never taken that shit. Refuse to. So get organized, get involved in politics. You may not like politics, but politics likes you. It thrives off of you. It wants you.
It wants you to do nothing.
It wants you to do nothing, and
you can't let them do that.
Yeah, you can't let them do that, man.
It's tough.
You can't let them do that. They got this shit so rigged, so perfect. It's a fucking beautiful, beautiful, well-oiled machine. The way this shit works, man. The moment you're born to the moment you die, that shit was all planned. Not in the literal sense, but it was like you were born into a poor, working class, maybe immigrant family, maybe not. Maybe you're middle class. It doesn't matter. The chances of you rising up the corporate ladder like you're told, you know, is so fucking small because most of it is nepotism. So unless you're born with a silver spoon in your fucking mouth, you're probably going to be stuck going to, I don't know, Slim Chickens right over there, you know. Most of the time. You may be a little rich, right? But you're not fucking millionaire, billionaire rich. No.
You're never
not.
going to.
You're never going to be that. You're never going to be that. And that is perfectly fucking fine. Want to know why? Because this is where humanity is. We are going to El Bolillo Bakery. We're going to Mr. Express fucking gas station. You want to know why? Because there's no Republican. There's no Democrat fucking gas station. No, it's a gas station. That's where you fucking go. That's where you go to get gas. We are all normal people. From the moment we're born, that's where we're supposed to be. That's where we're supposed to stay. These one percenters, these billionaires, these millionaires, they're not normal. And to them, it's never enough. Let me ask you, man, are you happy with what you got at least?
I'm happy where I'm at,
You're happy where you're at.
but it doesn't mean that
You're gonna settle, of course,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
doesn't
But-
mean I'm gonna settle or like what's the word? Be okay with living paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah, of course. No one should ever be like that.
Yeah.
But do you think you can find happiness now?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
You know?
Right?
Like
Right?
I don't need to be a millionaire to,
No, you don't
to
need
find happiness.
Do you what what percentage do you think you have of a millionaire or billionaire's net worth?
God. Less than one, I don't
Less
know.
than 1%, right?
Less than 0.1 or something.
Yeah,
you
but
know?
same here, man. Same here. But I find ways to be happy. My boy Sergio finds ways to be
Yeah.
happy.
And I'm making a movie. You know?
Yeah.
I'm in post production. It's like I'm in a parking lot having conchas and cafe and you know, thinking on top of my head how much do I need to pay for gas to make it home.
Yeah.
But you know, we make it work, but it doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't like being comfortable, or what's the word? Being competent in what we have doesn't mean that we have to be okay with the exploitative nature.
Yeah, there's no complacency involved in that.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be any
Yeah.
complacency.
Avoid complacency, avoid
Complacency, yeah.
assimilation.
Avoid it.
That's essentially what it means to be a Chicano.
Agreed.
Make life a little bit better for yourself and for your community, and do what you can.
They like I said, our life is planned out for us from the moment we're born if you're not rich.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you need to fall into the stereotypes that inhabit all of us, you know? I was born poor. I'm probably gonna die not poor. Most likely, I'm gonna work my fucking way up. But am I ever gonna be a billionaire?
No.
Nope. Because that is inaccessible for us. And that is okay.
Yeah.
Those people, they
Billionaires
don't need to
shouldn't
exist. They don't need to exist. If we can find happiness here, then what can $1 billion do for you, man?
They can be.
Sure.
They're gonna be okay not having $1 billion.
They're gonna be okay not
They're gonna
having
be
$1 billion.
okay.
If I gave, ask yourself this, man. I'm gonna pose a question of the pod, right? How much happier would you be with $1 million? Or how much happier would you be? Two questions, I guess. With $50,000 more. Eventually, when you live in such a minimalistic way, like a lot of people do nowadays, right? You wouldn't even know what to do with $1 million fucking dollars.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe buy a house. Sure, yeah, you could buy a nice house or whatever the fuck. But you can do a lot more with $50,000.
Yeah.
You know, you could do a lot. If I gave somebody $5,000 right now off the street, boom, their life would change immediately. That's how-
5,000 is a lot.
Yeah, 5,000 is a lot, and that is to us because that's how we grew
Yeah.
up. You know,
There are people working on the street right now.
so ask yourself: do you need $1 billion, or do you need $5,000 just enough to make you a little bit happier?
Yeah.
I don't know if my point. I don't know if I got that quite.
You know,
if I explained
there's
that
always
well.
gonna be someone that's like, oh yeah, I would definitely be happy.
No, yeah, I don't know if I explained it well, but what I'm saying is, you don't need much. If you found a way to do it with less, you don't need more or that much more.
Yeah, this is like, you don't need to listen to whatever bullshit motivational podcast that's telling you to, like, you gotta work harder, you need more, you need $1 million, you know. Fuck those losers. You know, they're making money off of your attention, you know?
Just find a way to be happy where you are,
Mhm.
and then from there you can go anywhere, man. You can go anywhere. You might be a millionaire one day, but it won't matter if you weren't able to find a way to be happy first.
Yeah.
It won't.
It's like, don't chase happiness, just embody it.
There you go. That too.
Because happiness comes and goes,
Yeah.
you know? But if you carry it inside of you, instead of depending on like the dopamine rushes
Yeah,
of
the
the
dopamine rush.
experiences, I feel like that certainly helps you in kind of like, okay, You don't need to support a billionaire.
Chase,
That's the message of the day.
that's the message.
You don't need to support a billionaire.
Chase stability. There you go.
Yeah.
Capitalism promotes excessive growth, like I said last time.
Excessive growth to
Excessive
the
growth.
point where we invade
A sovereign nation.
a sovereign nation, kidnap its leaders, and place a puppet dictator in order to exploit the natural resources.
That's what capitalism is.
Yeah.
That's not sustainable.
But
That's not stable.
I feel like we got to end it on a happier note. We are here. I mean, fuck. It's such a weird way to start the year.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna say it can't get worse.
You know what? We're prepared for whatever the fuck is
Yeah.
coming our way.
We're prepared.
We're prepared.
It can get worse, and it probably will, but we will be prepared
We will be
to
prepared.
face it in community, not by ourselves.
There's nothing we really can't handle.
Yes.
I think as a people, there's nothing we can't handle. And whatever comes our way, we'll be ready to confront it and succeed no
Yeah.
matter what comes.
Make some friends.
Make some friends.
Join some organizations.
Find a
Use-
hobby.
Yeah. Find a hobby. Use
Find a
your
hobby.
voice. Whatever you can, do it. As long as it isn't hurting anybody else.
Oh, yeah. Get offline. Put the phone down. Put the computer down. Go outside. Take a walk. Look at everybody
Yeah.
outside. Don't take the doomer pill. Take that
Yeah.
hopium.
Stranger Things is over.
No. Stranger Things is so.
Tyler isn't happening. It's okay. You gotta move on.
Stranger Things is over. So fucking funny. I only saw one season.
I
saw
was a big fan.
season-
I haven't seen the latest one.
Oh yeah. I've only seen season 1, and then I was like, damn, dude, I gotta wait like a whole other year for season 2.
It was
By the time it came, I was over it.
4 years in between season 4 and 5.
Whew. Really?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Really? Whoa. What the fuck was the reason for that?
Scheduling conflicts. People got famous. They had other projects.
Damn.
You know.
I remember that first season was actually really good, dude. I like that first season. I don't know
Yeah.
what the fuck they're on now, but
I don't know.
we'll
I haven't
see.
seen it. I'm
Yeah.
waiting until like all the online discourse dies down
Oh,
because
okay.
it's annoying the fuck out
Is
of me.
it? Oh.
So I'm just waiting for that to be over and then I watch it. And
You know, the only show that I've watched, like religion or genre of show, is Star Wars. I don't know why, dude. I've made it like my mission to consume every single Star Wars show ever, and so I already watched all the movies.
yeah.
I watched all the Clone Wars. I watched all of the Bad Batch. I watched all of Rebels. Now I'm on Andor.
Andor's so good.
Yeah, I'm on season 2. I'm on season 2. So I'm gonna finish Andor, and then from there, I'm probably gonna watch the Acolyte, and then
Whatever.
okay, whatever. Ahsoka probably next.
Probably.
We'll see. Oh yeah, I gotta watch the Mandalorian, the Book of Boba Fett. I already saw Obi-Wan.
I gotta. That's what I do with Lord of the Rings.
Oh, do you?
I just finished Hobbit Part 3.
Oh yeah,
I was
The Hobbit,
crying.
dude. Oh yeah,
I was sobbing. I
yeah.
was like, man, dude, I love these movies.
They're
Yeah.
so good, man. I remember seeing them in the movie theaters.
Yeah.
I remember getting out of the movies at like 1 a.m.
They're so long.
They're so
I
fucking
love them.
long.
I want to be in the world for as long as possible.
Dude, that's how I feel with Star Wars,
Yeah.
man. I'm just like, man, I want to be in this world.
Give me more, man.
Give me more. I want to go to space,
more.
dude.
That's why I want to go to New Zealand because that's where they
Oh,
shot
yeah.
all the Lord of the Rings shit.
Oh yeah, I already know
and
that.
so just to be there and be like, oh, dude.
This is Lord of the Rings.
They have the Hobbit set.
oh,
like-
do they?
Hobbiton, you know, where they're on the house is under the hill.
Yeah.
They have the set still there. You
Yo.
can visit it.
That's so cool.
So-
Do they preserve it?
Yeah, they
Maintain
preserve
it? Okay, that's cool, dude.
It's like a massive part of New Zealand tourism.
What?
Like I don't know if it's still the same, but I remember like seeing one of the airports and they have like a giant golem.
Oh,
like,
do they?
somewhere.
That's cool.
It's really sick, but
Dude, Andy Serkis did a great job as Gollum, man. He's actually a really good actor, man.
yeah, he's really good.
He was King Kong too, right?
He was King Kong. He was Caesar.
Caesar, was
from
he?
Planet of the Apes.
Oh yeah, you're right. He was. And you know who else he was? too. He was Alfred.
Oh, Alfred.
He was Snoke.
Yeah.
What?
He was Snoke in Star Wars.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, not the greatest, you know, but
Yeah.
he could have been a cool villain.
Yeah.
But then they did that shit, whatever that was.
But yeah, he's a great actor.
Yeah, he's a great fucking actor. He redeemed himself in Andor.
Oh,
As
dude,
Kino,
yeah.
right? As Kino.
Yeah. Fucking. So good.
On program.
He was so
Fucking
good.
badass, dude. But yeah, you know, everybody out there, take care. I've been Eduardo Rios,
I'm Sergio Javier Valverde.
and cuídense. This has been Conchas Con Chicanos.
All right, on cue.
Oh, cool. Oh, your girl's calling?
Yeah.
Say answer, bro.
Bueno.